Boxcutter Reviews here. I just got out of Roland Emmerich's new movie, White House Down, and I actually have a special guest with me today.
What's up, guys? It's the Modern Film Critic. I didn't see White House Down. I saw The Heat, and we're going to give our opinions. This is how we're going to do it. He's going to talk about Dead Men Down first, but
White House Down.
White House Down first. That's going to happen about 4 times in this review.
Just be prepared for that.
So, I'm just gonna call it Down. But anyway, like I was saying, he's gonna give his opinion on White House Down first. But before that, I'm gonna sort of predict. I'm gonna be like, okay, this movie looks good, this movie looks bad, and I think you're gonna like it or hate it. Okay, so
and future reference, be prepared for many collaborations between us two.
Yeah.
For stuff like this, right out of the movies. You know, we're gonna kind of make a habit out of this. But all right, go ahead.
So, White House Down. White House Down. Not Dead Men Down, not Olympus Has Fallen Down, not any of that. There's another one.
Best Man Down.
Best Man Down, yeah.
There's 3. Do you really need 3 of those? Oh my gosh.
I wonder if that was coincidental or not.
I hope it was.
But I'm suspecting, when I see it, that it's going to be awful, and I'm suspecting that you did not like it, but you maybe had fun with it a little bit, but overall you just thought it was stupid, and I'm going to predict your score. I'm going 2 out of 5. Here's the bag. I'm going to let the cat out of it. What is it?
Well, you know what? The thing is you partially got some of it right. But the thing is, all right, you were describing Best Men Down, Dead Men Down, all this stuff. Olympus Has Fallen. I've only seen one of those. I can already tell you that I'd rather watch any more of those than this.
So you didn't like it?
This movie sucked so much.
I knew it.
All right.
Woo.
Let me get this out of the way. Yeah, all right. Good.
Get the plot out.
All right. Woo, man.
Oh, and also at the end of the review, I've got the winner of the contest of the Star Trek and the Olympus Has Fallen poster. And if you just watch the whole video or skip to the end if you're one of those people, but watch the video, and at the end I will announce the winner along with my score, and he'll do his score. Okay, keep going.
All right. Channing Tatum, right? He plays this guy named John Cale. He's this wannabe CIA operative. He's trying to become a CIA operative. We have Jamie Foxx playing the president. The White House comes under siege. For some reason, it wasn't quite explained. For multiple reasons. I'm going to get into a little bit more of that in just a few minutes. He gets denied his CIA job, and White House gets attacked, and now we have our movie. He's got to save the president and prove himself, and along with that, his daughter is being held hostage as well.
Oh, okay.
And so
a bunch of crap going on.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on at the same time. Very little happens. It's one of those movies.
Okay.
Let me give you exactly what I saw. This is Roland Emmerich trying to remake Die Hard.
Yeah,
and it's not working out.
That's what I've been hearing.
It is.
This and Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah, and think about it. If you take the MC out of John McClane's last name, you got John K and a C, John McClane. If you take out the make in the McClane,
MC.
And then you have a JC.
Yeah.
It's John C. I know that's a stupid observation, but I just kind of noticed that. Jamie Foxx as the president, he's alright. He's kind of cool
I wonder
times.
if Barack wasn't president, they would have Jamie Foxx, or would they have a white president?
I don't know. I didn't see any real,
No, that's the thing against the movie. I was just wondering if he actually had a white president.
There were no parallels to Barack. I didn't notice
the movie's not smart enough to have any political...
Oh, this movie is one big heap of no, I'm sorry, no. I can't allow you to do that. I will not. There's do you want a White House Down movie or not? And then there's insulting my intelligence. This movie did that all through the whole thing. I'm sorry. I'm not mad. This was a pile. All right,
what did you
I'll
expect?
keep going. It's Roland Emmerich. The guy is a hack. He has been a hack his whole career. You know what? People give a crap to Independence Day. Independence Day at least was it was stupid.
Fun.
But it was kind of stupid in the same way Fast 6 was retardedly stupid. It was retardedly fun. With this is just... I've never seen something so insulting before. I've never... This movie, like I said, it's Die Hard, except the White House instead of the big, I forget what the tower was called. I don't know why I'm flubbing on it, but that's how muddled I am.
Yeah,
right now.
Speaking of Roland Emmerich, we've got Independence Day 2 coming out. I don't know if he's going to be doing that.
He will. There's no way. I'm sorry. I know you guys were probably expecting it fun, but you know what the thing is? I was like, okay, maybe this could be kind of fun. You know, it's some good action because sometimes I like some of Godzilla's. I like some of his action every now and then. Like Godzilla is all right.
Was there any fun moments in this? Like at all?
There was one or two good throwdown moments, and I'm trying to keep it spoiler free.
Yeah.
There was like one or two good throwdown moments between John Cale or Channing Tatum, who I guess. I've never thought of the guy as a charismatic lead. He's alright, I guess. He's not great. Jamie Foxx far outdoes him. Maggie Gyllenhaal is underused. You have this great array of talent. You got the guy who plays Liam McPoyle.
Yeah.
He's one of the villains. James Woods is the villain in this movie.
Oh, wow.
Get that around your head. You have this great array of talent.
Yeah, you got a good cast going on, but it's just ruined.
And you waste them on a Roland Emmerich movie.
That's happened a lot this year with Gangster Squad.
You have this amazing array of cast. You almost have a Quentin Tarantino movie cast, almost, with Jamie Foxx and James Woods. That's very much something he would do. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I could be watching Pulp Fiction right now.
Yeah, instead of this.
I could be watching Adaptation. I'm sorry. Okay, what I was going to say was there one or two good action sequences where but it's that Roland Emmerich action sequence type thing where it's
shaky cam.
No, it's just you're watching a cartoon. Yeah. There's no investment. You know, when you watch fun action, there wasn't, and you know what the thing is, there wasn't enough of it to make it really fun. A lot of it is just political speak, people talking, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're saying right now. I can't even mimic it because I'm not saying I'm politically brain dead or numb. That's all it is just talking about the Sector 7G has been compromised, that kind of stuff. Only it's way worse.
Yeah.
It's to where the movie thinks it's okay, maybe if we talk smart, the audience won't question what it is.
I gotcha.
And there is one giant plot hole. The reason I'm saying this whole movie was a big heap of no, sorry, can't accept it. You're insulting my intelligence. There's no way these. I don't care how experienced they are. You're not getting past CIA operatives. There's a way and I'm not spoiling. This is the setup of the movie. They break into this. No, they don't break into it. But they somehow create a diversion by blowing up the Capitol House. No, you will not. You cannot do that.
Yeah.
There's no way. And B, even if you did manage to pull up that distraction, there's no way, 6 or however many of those mercenary guys they had working for them are blowing through an entire Secret Service guard of the White House. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's bull. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say it, but it's. I know I'm probably complaining, but we have to draw a line between stupid and insulting. And I know that people are going to be like, you gave Fast and Furious 6 a good review. Those were things that were not, physically they were kind of impossible, but you're watching this and there's no premise to this. This is over right now. At least with Fast 6, man, was it over the top. But this is not over the top. This is just stupid.
This wasn't even fun.
Fast and Furious is not expecting you to buy what it was giving you. This expected you to buy this.
Yeah.
And this, honestly, just, I can't recommend this.
Are you going one of the worst of the year?
You know what? I hated Die Hard. I really hated A Good Day to Die Hard. And in all truth, maybe that one was a bit worse than this.
Well, probably because Die Hard is a good franchise.
It ruined the great Die Hard franchise. It ruined This is just something that someone done. And the guy who wrote this wrote Amazing Spider-Man. He wrote The Rundown. I like The Rundown. I love those two movies. I like those two movies. This is just a pile of garbage. And people were in for this kind of. People were my audience was the most hit thing.
A lot of moviegoers like that don't want to admit they're watching a bad movie because they paid so much money.
Yeah.
So they're kind of just saying, okay, this is going to be a good movie.
Just because.
Unless they see something obviously terrible.
Okay, the funny thing is John Cale's, I'm going to not run so long because it's hot in here and I know he's got to do his review, but Channing Tatum's daughter is she's 11. She's obsessed with anything and everything political, and I'm like, that's a mythological creature. Yeah. You could have shown me a unicorn, and I would have been a little more believable than an 11-year-old girl who's.
There's one of those little girls in every state.
There's really one of those. The opening shot was of this little girl who had a snow globe and the White House was on it. And like she wakes up in like the middle of the night, and on her like BlackBerry phone or something like that. There was no product placement hardly, by the way. It's kind of weird. You'd think that this would, but anyway, this they had. She wakes up. Ooh, the Republicans and the Democrats are debating. I was like, oh my gosh, you are not serious.
So dumb.
That was the opening scene. I was like, you're kidding.
This is the way we're gonna go, huh?
This is where we're going. And there were so many things. There's a reference to Independence Day in this movie.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm serious.
He did it in his other movies, didn't he? I thought I remembered another reference to one of his. I can't remember that.
I'm pretty sure 2004 might have had something to it. Like they're going on this tour through the White House, and the tour guide is like, he mentions some room, and they're like, what room is that? He's like, that's the room that got bombed. That's the one that got bombed during Independence Day.
Might as well been,
I was like,
might as well just
Roland Emmerich might as well just walked in front of the camera and just said, hey. I was just like, you're
that
not
as well have
making
been
me
Roland
laugh.
Emmerich saying that line. He should have made like a cameo.
You're not making me laugh. This is the...
You just don't care.
I'm sorry. But I feel so bad that I just raged for like a few minutes, and now you got like, if your movie was actually lukewarm or possibly good, it's like that. But you know what?
Score. What do you got?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up because I know everything was exposition speak. All of it. Like one more thing. This is quick other note I made. There's a moment where there are only moments of this movie where you actually learn any characters is when like there's a resting point. Like every side, both good guys and bad guys retreat to their side to go. And then there's a moment where like they're stitching up the president, and it's like, oh, John Cale and the president are by themselves, and like this is we got to get our character development out of the way. We're gonna talk in what drives us. There's no real character development. It's just we're talking about the situation at hand, and then every now and then they'll say things that have to do with their character, and it's crap. As a person who really values character development in a movie, I was like, that's the reason I did not care. There's one good moment of this movie. Really one good moment at this movie. There's two. There's a big throwdown at the end between two guys, and I'm a sucker for that. I love watching The Rock do stuff like that in his movies. And I'm not letting you talk enough. But,
I can't say anything because I've never seen it.
Yeah, but it is, and then the ending does something. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it has to do with the little girl. I was like, all right, that kind of tugged at my heartstring a little.
Yeah, there's some cool things in it. You can admit that.
I go into a movie thinking that there are redeemable things, because there are one or two things where I'm like, all right, that kind of passed, but there's not enough of the stupid action that you want. Instead, it's like, it tries to act smarter than it is. And people are like, oh, it's just a fun, goofy time. And I'm like, the action was a bit too few and far between. And when it was there, it was a bit underplayed.
Yeah.
But I can't recommend this. I won't. Don't go see this movie. Don't give Roland
Stay home.
Movie. Stay home and watch Die Hard. Watch Die Hard.
Go to the movies and see Man of Steel.
Yeah,
go watch. I didn't love it. I'm sure it's better than this.
If you don't love Man of Steel, you'll still like it better than this.
Shawshank Redemption compared to this.
Go watch. I recommend Pain and Gain over this. I do.
I'm sure.
I liked Pain and Gain more than other people will give credit for. But even if you did not like that movie, this was far worse. So I guess I'm going to go...
Hold on, before you get the score, let me make sure we're recording.
Please don't.
But yeah, we're good, we're good.
Well, hang on, let me fix that real quick.
We got 15 minutes.
We got 15 minutes left?
We're doing 5
We can knock this out. My score, I almost feel bad giving it a 1, because like I said, there were 1 or 2 times where I was like, alright, kind of cool. But if it's, this is pushing it. 1.5 out of 5.
1.5.
This movie sucked.
So I was wrong with my score. I said 2.
This was a pile of garbage. I'm sorry, I'm done ranting.
Just don't see it.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give quick rundown of trailers real quick. We promised we'd do this because I like some like.
You don't remember, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't have all my. I can't remember all of them.
Oh.
But I got all my trailers here. Okay, we got Wolf of Wall Street. Cannot wait for that.
Yeah,
Martin Scorsese looks really good.
Just watch the trailer. It looks really
Yeah, check these out. This one I'd never heard of until just today. Runner.
Yeah, that actually looked pretty good. It was that I saw that
Justin Timberlake and Ben Affleck. I was like,
that's
okay.
Justin Timberlake. He sounds like he's just playing in The Social Network again.
Yeah, I noticed that. Did you? Yeah. We're the military.
It's like online poker stuff. It's like,
yeah, I was like, this kind of looks like.
I like it. I'm gonna see it.
This is the Social Network's characters.
Until it showed the title, and it looks so it looks so cheap.
Yeah, the title looks stupid, but
not the title of the movie, but the way.
Well, yeah,
the ending with like the stuff in the background. I was like, yeah, it's burning up in here.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna open this door.
We're the Millers.
We're the Millers.
Jennifer Aniston.
It's a graphic nudity in the thing.
Trailer.
No, and yeah, right before the trailer said graphic nudity. Maybe we will see Jennifer Aniston nude. That would be amazing. She's so old, but she's so
still
hot.
yeah.
I don't care.
I love the Insidious Part 2 trailer I got because it was like tried to be all inspirational. I was like,
did you see another one?
yeah, there was a new one. It was like in the opening, it looked all cute and like happy.
That's the way the original one was. Yeah, that's the way. That's still the first one. And then it's all happy, and then the stroller rolls in.
Then we got Two Guns. And you know what? I know you probably haven't seen this one enough to get excited.
I saw it.
It's actually based off a comic book. I did not know that. I'm down for Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg like going through and killing biatches. You know what I mean? Like I'm cool with that. It looks fun enough at least. I mean, the humor looks good. It looks like it's a comedy. You know, it's part comedy. Here's where we get into the real garbage. Grown Ups 2.
Oh, I just don't even.
If I go see that movie, it'll be a miracle. And then the last one, Adam Sandler. I'm sorry, I love David Spade and I love Chris Rock, but Adam Sandler's a
Kevin
real
James is alright too.
He's alright. And then Elysium.
Yeah, Elysium.
You know what our feelings are.
Fantastic.
I almost forgot to mention this. Every part of this movie, everything of it was like political puns to like symbolism. Everything about this movie did that. And this was worse than like Independence Day. Every time like it can like when he doesn't get the interview, she's like, how'd you do? And he's like, oh, it's all political.
That's not funny.
Roland.
Did people laugh?
Yeah, there were moments where people laughed, and I was like, this is funny. Like I think there was one point where I was like, ha ha. I was like, I fake laughed.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm out of things to complain about. For the Heat, I pictured. I didn't think the Heat looked like it was going to be as bad as this is.
I thought the trailer looked awful, and then I heard positive things, and that happened to World War Z. World War Z, I thought it looked awful, and I heard positive things, and I hated it. So maybe I was like, okay, maybe I will actually like this time, because I hated World War Z. Maybe I'll actually like this.
Yeah.
The trailer sucked. I hated the trailers. Every single one that I saw. There was one moment where I was like, oh, that's good. Okay, so what do you think you're gonna think about? No, not that. What do you think I'm gonna think about it?
Predict your score for it?
My score.
Maybe 2.5. Maybe.
Oh,
I mean,
2.5.
You thought it was. You probably thought it was funny and pleasant, but you're not gonna remember it.
Okay.
Yeah.
First off,
go ahead.
I don't know how I want to go about this. We do have a winner of the contest, by the way. Someone guessed it right. We had someone say it was someone guessed 5. Then we had someone guess 1.
5?
Yeah, I think he was messing around. There's
no
way.
Joking.
So this movie is way too long. There was so much things that I was like, okay, that could have been cut. That could have been cut.
Well,
but I have to tell you, this movie impressed me so much.
Really?
I loved this movie.
Really?
I absolutely loved this movie.
I had so zero interest in seeing that.
I was like, I'm gonna sit through this buddy comedy crap. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is I'm not comparing the two, but like we saw This Is the End with just a bunch of is a sausage fest with guys.
Yeah.
So now we get this buddy comedy with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy, and it's up there with them. It was so funny.
Alright.
Main problem, too long. In the middle of the movie, I was like, okay, can we wrap this up? And it never got close to wrapping it up. But
was it a PG-13?
No, it's R.
Mine was mine PG-13? I'm
sure yours is
mine was. Mine needed to be an R. Oh, did this need to be an R?
But
I'm sorry, that's just a side
I
note.
absolutely love the Heat. So we start off. The movie is about Sandra Bullock, and she's this big CIA agent. She's after this guy, and then eventually some stuff happens, and Melissa McCarthy's character comes along, and she's a cop, but she's like deadbeat. She doesn't wear any fancy clothes. She's all ragged. She wears the same outfit in the whole film, but she turns it inside out to make it look cleaner.
Yeah.
And
sweating bullets.
These two have amazing connection.
Chemistry.
They have amazing chemistry throughout this whole movie. You know, you're gonna go through all they hate each other, they like each other, oh they have an emotional moment, oh they hate each other again.
Yeah.
That happens, yeah, it's cliche. But overall, I had a blast with the Heat. Now
really?
I was expecting this to be piss bomb. I was like, okay, this is gonna be like a 2.5. I was expecting like a 2.5. But I'm walking out, I was smiling so big. I was like, I can't wait to tell everyone how much I love the Heat.
We reserve our opinions before we do these things.
Yeah,
we like to reserve our opinions.
He has no idea what I'm thinking.
I had no idea. This is all new. None of us, we do not know any of this.
And like, my audience, my audience was fine. When I laughed, they laughed. There was a bunch of old people, but like there were really funny moments in this movie.
There were, man.
Melissa McCarthy, she does get most of the laughs just because of the stuff she says. Though everything she says, it's so rude. She's like a female Zach Galifianakis.
Has to be better than Rebel Wilson.
Usually, I like Melissa McCarthy in small doses, not a lot. Like she was in The Hangover 3, and she was funny in there for the 40 seconds she was in. But in here, she's in long. She's in the whole thing, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be. Oh, she's fat, but there wasn't many fat jokes.
Yeah, see, that's the thing I always worry, because in the trailers it makes it look like that. It's like, look at her because she's slightly overweight. I'm like, that looks really stupid, and I typecast her a lot, and I shouldn't have, because I've heard Identity Thief was alright. I've heard Identity Thief was good, because I thought that movie was going to suck because of her. Apparently, it was just kind of mediocre, but it wasn't awful like I thought it was.
No.
This
movie had intelligence to it, too, you know.
Really?
I actually cared about what was going on. I was like, I wasn't expecting to care this much, and Sandra Bullock is phenomenal in this movie.
I saw two different movies.
She is so good in this movie. Sandra Bullock, there were moments where I was like, man, I didn't know how hot she was. In this moment, I was like, she's not that hot. And then she's a pretty woman.
Girl. Yeah.
And she's old too, isn't she?
Not old, she's older.
I know, she's older. I'm trying to remember this.
She's early 40s. I'm probably not early. I don't know.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston's in her 40s too. But the movie is just hilarious because it's like a wild goose chase. There's a twist at the end that I was like, okay, that was cool. I care about the characters. I don't want either of them dying, obviously, but it's just fun. And the critics are gonna probably narc on this so much, but it's such a fun movie and it's so funny. And that's all I really can say about it.
Yeah.
You know, my it doesn't have much depth at all. It's just a fun time, and I felt the care that was put into this.
That trailer actually kind of grew on me because I think I judged it unfairly. Because if there's one like genre I really hate, it's the unfunny buddy cop movie.
Yeah,
I really hate those.
I was like, this is going to be another buddy cop movie.
I thought that. Yeah,
I loved it. I'm going to say it. I thought this was a great movie.
I'm glad you liked it a lot.
So
I hate you.
Yeah, I know. It's weird comparing.
I thought that we were just going to kind of come out of these movies going, eh.
The movie is too long. It's almost. It's like, okay, come on, we can make this shorter. If it was shorter,
this didn't need to be this long. Mine did not need to be this long. Mine didn't need to be 2 hours and 17 minutes.
There were jokes that fell flat. Obviously, there were jokes that fell flat. And this is the end. You know, not every joke is going to impress you, but I had so much fun with this movie, and I can recommend it if you just want to have a fun time. Don't expect Shakespeare. Don't expect depth, and but the movie does tug at your heartstrings.
I don't know. I mean, if you care about the characters, there is depth there. It's just not like it's just not questioning the reason of the universe.
And what my story had, what yours didn't had, was character development and backstory. We don't really get much in the beginning. In the beginning, it was Sandra Bullock, and she was saying a bunch of stuff that I wasn't laughing at all. I was like, oh, here we go. But then once Melissa McCarthy comes in, they just play off each other. You know, they're insulting each other. Oh, you're fat. And they both have their problems.
This kind of sounds like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang if it was females, and you need to see Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. It kind of sounds what it sounds like, only that's a dark comedy. This doesn't seem like a dark comedy.
Oh, man, this was a tad dark comedy.
Really?
Dark comedy. Yeah, it wasn't, I'm not going to classify it as that, but there were moments
where it leaned towards
yeah, exactly, where there were moments that were like, oh my gosh, they're going this route, but they're like laughing, and they're making it funny, and I laughed to the darkest parts. Just for instance, this guy's choking in a restaurant, and Sandra Bullock is like, I'm smart, because she is smart, and Melissa McCarthy's character is dumb, and this guy starts choking while they're talking at a cafe, and she's like, "Watch, I'm smart. I know things about health, and so I'm gonna show you what I can do to help this guy out." So he's choking, and she cuts his throat. Like they try CPR, but she cuts his throat and tries to grab the because that's an actual thing. You know, you put a straw in there so the air comes out. But like she cuts his throat open, tries to take it out, it doesn't work. She puts the straw in there, and blood just starts squirting out of the straw, and they're just panicking, and it's hilarious because blood goes everywhere, and it's that's. I was like,
that
oh, that's
sounds
dark,
really funny.
but it's really funny. You know, she's like, oh, look at me, I'm all smart, and then
It's like dark humor. I like that. It's dark humor, and that sounds really good. That's the kind of thing I saw in Pain and Gain. There were moments of that in Pain and Gain, and I think that's the thing I kind of enjoy. I could have dealt with. Okay, you know what? Your movie sounded like it really needed. If it was a bit more violent, it would have been cooler. Because like it could have been like this sort of like it would have almost been like a Tarantino-esque.
There were violence. There's a lot of guns,
Really?
especially in Melissa McCarthy's refrigerator.
Oh gosh.
But there were times of just moments where you're like, yeah, like there's this
Heck
moment.
yeah.
There's this moment where they just. This isn't a spoiler alert because you don't know anything, but they just blow these people apart with these grenades. They do something with the grenade, and these people just blow up. And then she says, I know it sounds corny. These people were like, "Who are you?" Or whatever. She's like, "We're the mother effing heat," and you're like, "Yes."
That sounds awesome. I want to see that now.
It's so fun. It's such a fun movie, and I'm going high. I'm going 4 out of 5 stars for this. And the winner of the contest was Avery Tate, a new guy that I met. He's really nice. I met him on a different film page, but I'm going 4 out of 5 on The Heat. I went 4 out of 5 on This Is the End. I had just as much fun in this movie as I did This Is the End.
I see now. I got to see that because I love This Is the End. I liked it a lot.
Like I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna get hate for this. Maybe people are gonna I'm gonna go see this. They're gonna come back and be like, "What? I saw nothing that you saw." I don't know. I found myself.
I'm completely blown away. I was like 2.5. You liked it. You just didn't love it.
I loved it.
I know. That's what I was saying. That's what my prediction was. You liked it. You just didn't love it.
I can't wait to see it again. Actually,
I want to see it again.
It's funny.
I want to see it.
And stay after the credits too.
Really?
Well, it's in the middle. It's like right when the credits start. Some credits roll and something else happens. And
I was frozen in place during the trailer when the credits started.
I also saw a trailer called About Time, and it looked really, really good.
I think I've heard of that. I haven't seen trailers for it.
It's weird. It has to do with time travel. I don't know.
Actually, I think I have seen something of that, but I don't remember what it was. I know I've seen something that had to do with it.
But yeah, Avery Tate won the Olympus Has Fallen and Star Trek Into Darkness poster. I'm going 4 out of 5. You're going 1.5 out of 5 for White House Down. Go see The Heat. Go see Man of Steel. Go see This Is the End. There's a lot of good movies out right now.
Actually, the year's picked up a little bit.
Yeah, it has. The summer's here, and we're finally getting good movies.
There were some gems. There were some lost gems that I felt like happened in the early parts of the year. But
I saw the Heat trailer and the Host trailer, and I thought the Heat looked worse than the Host. I thought it looked worse than the Host. I was like,
I don't know about that.
This movie is going to be trash.
Yeah.
I was dreading this movie coming out, and man, I had a blast.
It's by the director of Bridesmaids, didn't it?
Yeah.
See, people love Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that was one that was a big winner.
I'd say Melissa McCarthy gets 70% of the laughs, as to Sandra Bullock gets 30%. But towards the end, Sandra Bullock, she's finally done being a neat person. She sort of
it's the cliche kind of thing.
Yeah, and she sort of turns into not a Melissa McCarthy. She's still toned down a bit, but she never cusses in the movie at all. Melissa McCarthy is nonstop cussing here and there. Oh yeah.
See, it's probably an R for the.
And then you see Sandra Bullock just break her shell, and she just goes nuts during this really emotional part. She just starts cussing left and right, and you're like, this is awesome.
Yeah, and see, the thing is I like how your movie, I like how a Roland Emmerich action movie, which should be a hard R, let's be honest. My movie did that stupid thing where it's like, someone gets shot, and it's like bloodless, almost bloodless. Like, there's like, it's blood on the shirt and stuff, but you never see any like real violence.
Yeah.
It pans away oh so carefully when the gun shoots them, when they get shot. So we can't scare off the kids.
Yeah.
We can't. Oh my gosh, I hated this movie.
You get people being blown up by grenades. It has a lot of fun with itself. It is it's a solid R. I wouldn't say it's a hard R. I'd say it's a solid R. Very funny, pretty graphic, but dark comedy. I recommend it. Also,
$5 says your effects, which this movie shouldn't even. Your movie shouldn't.
There are no effects. We don't need effects with this.
$10 says that your effects were 10 times better than mine. Some of these were PlayStation graphics. Some of them were okay. Some of them were really bad.
I'm waiting to get hate from people for how much I love this movie.
I hope this will probably be one of those movies that everyone just like. I don't know. They'll probably just be like, whatever is good. I don't think anyone's gonna really hate me.
Oh no.
Final thoughts. Do you have any really final thoughts?
Go see it if you want to have a good time with your friends. Take some friends too. I was by myself, but I still had a blast. Take your friends, and you'll have a good time.